He never threw a single pitch. That was the first sign something was seriously wrong. No breaking news alert. No emotional press conference. No carefully crafted statement from the Dodgers. Just one shocking moment. Shohei Ohtani was scheduled to start against the Athletics, and then he simply didn't walk to the mound. Fans were confused. Commentators searched for answers. Reporters immediately began asking questions. Ohtani was at the stadium. He had completed his warm-up. He looked healthy. Everything pointed toward a normal start. Then, without warning, the plan changed. What happened behind closed doors would soon become one of the most talked-about clubhouse stories of the season. And according to multiple reports, it all came down to 4 unforgettable words. "I will not pitch." For a player known for discipline, humility, and professionalism, those words carried enormous weight. Because Shohei Ohtani almost never creates controversy. Throughout his career, he has built a reputation as one of the most respected athletes in baseball. He avoids drama. He lets his performance do the talking. Whether he's dominating on the mound or launching towering home runs, his focus has always been on winning. That's why this situation shocked everyone. This wasn't an emotional outburst. It wasn't a public complaint. It was the quiet decision of a player who believed he had reached his limit. To understand why, you have to go back several weeks. At first, nothing looked unusual. Inside every major league clubhouse, pitchers and catchers constantly communicate. They discuss pitch selection, game plans, adjustments, and strategy. Disagreements happen every game. That's baseball. But according to people familiar with the situation, this wasn't about normal disagreements. It became a pattern. Jonathan Lucroy, a veteran catcher with years of major league experience, reportedly developed a working relationship with Ohtani that never fully clicked. Former players later suggested the issue wasn't one explosive incident. Instead, it was dozens of smaller moments. Pitch selections that repeatedly ignored Ohtani's preferences. Body language that appeared dismissive. Mound visits that lacked the communication expected between a pitcher and his catcher. None of those moments alone would create a crisis. Together, they slowly damaged trust. And trust is everything between a pitcher and the person calling the game behind the plate. According to reports, Ohtani noticed the problem early. Instead of making it public, he handled it privately. He spoke internally. He communicated his concerns through his interpreter. He informed members of the coaching staff. He gave the organization every opportunity to fix the situation before it became something bigger. That response perfectly matched Ohtani's personality.
Calm.
Professional. Patient. The Dodgers reportedly responded by speaking with Lucroy. Conversations were held. Adjustments were discussed. Everyone expected things to improve. But when Ohtani took the mound again, very little had changed. The same frustrations returned. The same communication problems remained. Week after week, the relationship continued moving in the wrong direction. Eventually, Ohtani reached a decision. On the day he was scheduled to pitch against the Athletics, he didn't head to the mound first. He walked into Dave Roberts' office. The door closed. Inside were only Roberts, Ohtani, and his interpreter. According to reports, the conversation was surprisingly calm. There was no shouting, no anger, no emotional confrontation. Roberts would later describe Ohtani as composed, almost unusually calm. Then Ohtani broke the silence. "I will not pitch." Roberts waited. Then Ohtani added 4 more powerful words.
"Not to him."
"Not again." The room reportedly went silent. Roberts didn't interrupt. He simply asked one question. "Tell me what happened." Ohtani explained everything. Not dramatically, not emotionally, just clearly. Every concern, every failed attempt to resolve the issue, every reason he no longer believed the situation could continue. When he finished, Roberts listened. Then he reportedly gave a simple response. "I hear you." Those 3 words changed everything. Instead of dismissing his star player, instead of forcing him to play, instead of creating unnecessary conflict, the Dodgers immediately began evaluating their options. Hours later, Ohtani's scheduled start disappeared from the lineup. Another pitcher took the mound. Officially, the organization described it as a maintenance decision. But baseball insiders weren't convinced. Ohtani hadn't shown signs of injury. His workload had been carefully managed. Nothing suggested he suddenly needed rest. Reporters immediately sensed that something much bigger was happening behind the scenes. Then the leaks began. One report became two. Two became several. Soon, a consistent story started emerging. Ohtani had refused to pitch. The issue involved Lucroy, and the Dodgers were already preparing major changes. The organization didn't publicly confirm every detail, but it also didn't deny them. Sometimes silence says more than words ever could. Naturally, reporters approached Lucroy. When asked about the situation, he remained brief. "I don't have anything to say about another player's decisions." Then came the follow-up. "Is there anything you'd like to say about your own behavior?" Lucroy answered with just 4 words. "I've been professional." Then he walked away. Those words immediately became a major talking point across baseball. Fans debated them. Analysts questioned them. Former players weighed in. Because by then, the growing reports painted a very different picture. The following day, Dave Roberts addressed the media. Everyone expected careful answers. Instead, Roberts accepted responsibility. He confirmed that Ohtani hadn't pitched because of an internal team matter. He acknowledged that Lucroy's status was under review. Then, he delivered a statement that surprised almost everyone. He explained that Shohei Ohtani had earned the right to compete in an environment matching the standards he brings every single day. If that environment falls short, Roberts said, it's the manager's responsibility to fix it. He even admitted he should have addressed the issue sooner. That level of accountability earned attention throughout baseball. Then reporters asked the obvious question. Did Ohtani give you an ultimatum? Roberts paused. Then he answered carefully. I don't call it an ultimatum. I call it communication. And when your best player communicates clearly, you listen. Those words revealed exactly how seriously the Dodgers viewed the situation. Now the focus shifted toward one question. Who would become Ohtani's new catcher? The answer arrived quickly. Carlos Mendez, a veteran catcher with 7 seasons of Major League experience. The Dodgers reportedly believed he possessed exactly the qualities Ohtani needed. Strong game management, excellent pitch framing, outstanding communication. Most importantly, pitchers trusted him. That reputation had followed Mendez throughout his career. Coaches respected him. Pitchers praised him. Around baseball, people consistently described him as someone who understood exactly what his pitchers needed. That made him the perfect fit. When Mendez met reporters after joining the Dodgers, he stayed humble. He thanked the organization. He expressed appreciation for the opportunity. Then someone asked if he had already spoken with Ohtani. His answer was simple. For about an hour. Naturally, another question followed. What did you discuss? Mendez smiled. Everything. How Ohtani thinks. How he attacks hitters. Which pitches he trusts. What situations make him uncomfortable. What adjustments he prefers. Everything. Then Mendez said something that stood out. He's very clear about what he needs. That makes my job easier. Instead of viewing Ohtani's detailed communication as difficult, Mendez welcomed it. Because great partnerships aren't built on guessing. They're built on understanding. Finally, one reporter asked the question every Dodgers fan wanted answered. Can you give him what he needs? Mendez didn't hesitate. That's what I'm here for. Just 2 days later, the Dodgers made it official. Jonathan Lucroy was designated for assignment. No dramatic announcement. No lengthy explanation. Just another transaction on the daily roster wire. His representatives released a short statement thanking the organization before moving on. Baseball quickly turned the page. Because the biggest story wasn't who left.
It was why.
This wasn't simply about replacing one catcher with another. It was about protecting the relationship between one of baseball's greatest players and the team built around him. The Dodgers understood something important. Talent wins games, but trust wins championships. Without trust between a pitcher and his catcher, every pitch becomes more difficult. Every inning becomes heavier. Every mistake feels larger. By acting quickly, the Dodgers showed that communication inside the clubhouse matters just as much as performance on the field. Ohtani didn't make a public scene. He didn't criticize teammates through the media. He didn't create unnecessary headlines. He simply communicated his limit with complete clarity, and his manager listened. Whether this decision ultimately strengthens the Dodgers during the postseason remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. Sometimes the biggest moments in baseball never happen under the stadium lights. Sometimes they happen behind a closed office door, a quiet conversation, 4 unforgettable words, 1 difficult decision, and a reminder that even the greatest athletes need one thing above everything else:
Trust.